Yes, people, welcome back to the channel. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the Propaganda Machine. We're here for the European recap, man. We're here, and I'm joined by my brother Mons, man. Mons, my brother, what you saying, man? I hope you're well, man.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Just traveling. So anyone watching, mind the background. My my bus journeys around the world.
Yeah, man, it is what it is, cuz we gotta get to where we got to do. You get me? Money after be made. You get me, man?
Yeah. Especially when you're doing properties and that, you have to go everywhere.
Yeah, man, no, facts, man. My brethren done something similar before still. We used to do something similar still.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, I know you gotta go to you see one, two beautiful properties and that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
No, for
man.
sure. No, for sure. You get to see some nice places.
Yeah, man. Definitely good still. So, yeah,
So what are you saying? Good win yesterday.
good win yesterday. I feel like that's where we should start, man. I feel like we should start with our boys, man. Our boys in red, man. How do you feel like that went, and what do you see like improvements wise, or do you just look at it like first game, let's just get the win as a win. Fuck it. However we won, that's it.
Yeah. I, I think that's the easy way out by saying get the win. Fuck it. Forget about the performance. It doesn't matter about the performance. But I think every game matters about performance.
Mm, yeah.
We need
No.
to be showing some level of performance.
Yeah. No, I tend to agree still because my thing was like I don't
So
know.
I'm in a dodgy spot. I'm in a dodgy spot to
Yeah.
watch.
Nice, it's cool, innit? It's cool, man. I can tell, innit? Obviously, it was kind of cutting out. So if you hear me kind of talking, it's because it's cut out, innit? So don't think I'm just cutting you off. But I kind of agree with what you're saying. So I was looking at the game and I'm thinking, bloody hell, mate. Bloody hell. It starts with the starting lineup. The starting lineup to me, people, you probably saw a little bit of back and forth with me and people because I kind of put from the beginning like like back to negativity sort of. I was bantering. I wasn't being too serious when I was saying back to negativity when I saw the lineup, but there was a hint of truth because we saw against Nottingham Forest as soon as Odegaard went off the pitch, boom, Wanyeri came on, scored 3 goals. Everyone's happy, happy days. And I think the same thing happened with Leeds. Odegaard went off. I think when Yeri come on, we scored 5 goals. So those are the things that I'm sort of looking at. I'm looking at why don't we just select the players in their right positions? We don't really want to see Marino in the 10. He's not a number 10. He's more the box crasher. He plays good with a number 10. People say he does it for Spain, yes, but international football, European football, and club football, sort of league football, they're all different things. You can't sort of put everything in the same brush. Everything is different. So when I'm seeing those lineups, I'm like, why? Why don't we just simplify things? Simplify it and put Ethan Wanyeri in that right 8, 10, whatever you want to call it. Why don't we just do that? That's what I wanted to see. So, yeah, man. Like, that's what I wanted to see. But clearly, Arteta had different ideas, and yeah, it's okay that we got over the line, but I'm glad that Mons as well, he's not seeing it sort of from a point of view like, oh, boom, everything's just hunky dory, man are blinded to what's going on. I'm glad you're looking at it like, boom, there's certain things in that game. Yes, we got the win. You have to be happy with a win. But
Yeah.
I was basically saying, I don't know if you heard, sort of, I wanted to see Ethan replace Odegaard. I wanted to see like for like. We've seen that Marino, Rice together. There's no creativity in that middle, and we're just going shuffling the ball to Noni Madueke. It was like Madueke and Inshallah. It's all right when Saka's there. If Saka was there yesterday, he probably gets 2 goals and an assist because they weren't even doubling up. They was like they didn't rate Madueke. They didn't rate him.
They didn't rate him.
Yeah, man.
But you know what? I get your point, and I would have probably would have made that change, but I understood why he stuck with the Marino, Rice, and our new guy.
Yeah.
What's his name? Zubimendi.
Zubimendi, yeah.
Because let's be honest. Our opposition came on smoke. Yeah, it's their first time in the Champions League in 11 years. They wanted to show up. They wanted to show themselves. And I just feel like if Arsenal wasn't on fire, it would have just been a back and forth game on a madness. If we had more attacking players on. And it would have just been a bit too basketball. Back, forth. You attack, I attack, you attack, I attack, you attack. Because they did get like that at one point. And that's the point where I was like, they might just get a little goal still.
But would you say though, that's where you need that number 10? Because some games you can't help the basketball game, you know what I'm trying to say? And did Marino and Rice really make a difference? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, were they really?
Well, visibly to the eye, you probably would say no because it didn't look pretty. But ultimately it did, because when you actually think about it, all the attacks that they did had that looked promising ended up being nothing. It fizzled out. And don't get me wrong, a lot of that is down to the two central defenders that we had. Not so much the midfielders.
Yeah.
But I could put money down that if you was to ask them defenders, they would say a lot of the work was done by the guys in front of them. Kind of thing. And that's just carrying the ball, recycling the ball. Because we had a lot of loose. And maybe you could put that down to you didn't have a creative guy inside the midfield to hold on to the ball. But either way, I guess we can't either way. We win clean 2-0. Yeah, we bring on subs to make the difference. But I ultimately feel that that's what Arteta was really looking for. Break them down, get them tired, keep it tight. Don't concede. Bring on subs and make them finish.
Yeah, but you see what my thing is, yeah? This opposition they're not great. So I'm thinking this was a time, we're never gonna know. It doesn't necessarily have to be Ethan, it could have been Eze in that sort of midfield. We're never gonna know how these lot can handle it without trying. We're never gonna know.
No, absolutely. And you know what? That crossed my mind. And I said to myself, the game where I see him actually doing something that resembles what we want to see is going to be probably one of them Carlin Cup games.
Yeah.
And then I guess in Arteta's eyes, it doesn't look too detrimental if it doesn't go to plan.
Yeah.
In a way.
Yeah. But okay.
But I believe that's a Carlin Cup game. Eze will start number 10, Carlin Cup.
So to this point, yeah, like you cannot go all out attack. But no one's saying all out attack. Marino for Rice, Marino for Eze, that's not all out attack. That's just someone that's a bit more creative and can get on the ball and he can take away some of that pressure that's being put on us. And my thing was, would Pep, would Slot, would Enrique care about the opposition, or would they say, you know what, I'm not compromising my principles. I'm playing my way regardless of the opposition, and maybe that is why we don't get over the line. That's how I'm
Yeah,
looking at it. I'm not
yeah,
necessarily
sure,
looking at
yeah,
it. That's
yeah.
just all I'm looking at, because we got to look at the little things. That why are we not getting over the line? Is it because in the big games we're scared that we don't go? You know what? We're going. We're Arsenal. Let's back ourselves with our defense against any attack in the world. We're gonna go cool. This is our team. We're going for it. I want to see us. And it's only Athletic Bilbao. What are we gonna
Yeah,
do
yeah.
when we play against a Barcelona? Do you know what I'm trying to say?
No. I fully hear you, bro. Because like, if you use what's his name? If you use um PSG as an example, you rarely see them compromise their formation when they're playing a superior opposition.
Yeah.
Um, but then it is a known fact that how Arsenal have one of the biggest, strongest squads about right now. Like, there's not many that could switch up their midfield like what we could do, and their front three what we could do, and still be performing to a high level. So I think we've been sport, man. Like,
Mm.
honestly, but I fully agree with you in regards to the whole over the line, because I feel like in games like this, I don't see a problem. But I do feel there is times where he will do this same type of thing when it's time to just let off the handbrake.
Yeah.
Just go all out. Just put them all on. And even if you lose, you know what? Everyone's like, you know what? You done what you had to do. There's nothing more you could have done, Arteta. But we're still waiting to see that.
Yeah.
Reason why I understand where you're coming from. He's still too pragmatic still.
Yeah. And this is my thing, like, man's man's basically saying that we won, relax. Yes, we won, but we gotta look at little details. We can't just, this is why I said to you, I'm glad you're kind of looking at things from a different thing, because we can't just say, oh yeah, we won, everything's great. Because imagine this was a Bayern Munich and we played the same side. We wouldn't have won. We wouldn't have just had Martinelli running through on goal. That wouldn't have happened. So you got to look at the little details in these games. How are we going to get over the line? Because now we're analysing what's going on. We can
Yeah,
easily say,
yeah,
oh yeah, we won. We won. That's just like you say, it's lazy analysis. We won, relax. It's lazy. We got to look deeper at the little fine details. How are we going to get over the line? And yeah, man, that's kind of how I'm looking at it, man.
yeah. No, absolutely. And I guess when it comes to the small details, it's so difficult to try and really put your finger down on things. But I guess where everyone is kind of pulling in the right direction in regards to at least Arteta setting up things is he is more cautious when it to a matter. And maybe you would like him sort of express himself a bit with the players has at his disposal. The season's still cold. So we'll see. Maybe Chris will bring a conversation in, see how things are going in. So not so much was, but sort of he's been picked up.
Yeah, I think it was kind of cutting out there still, my brother. I think it was cutting out still, but I'm getting the
Yeah,
gist of what you're
don't know why
saying still. Yeah, no, it cut out, but bruv, obviously that's sort of the little kind of negatives that from the game. But on a more positive note, what I liked from the game was we got to at least see substitutes making a difference. The Martinellis and the Trossards came off the bench and made a difference. And that is what I wanted to see. I wanted to see substitutes making a difference. Who can make a difference as a sub? Because a lot of the time, Martinelli might come off the bench and he might not make a difference. Trossard, we know he's been known to have a super sub moment. But now it looks like I wanted to see how would they react to being benched by your Maduekes and your Ezes. And what it looks like to me, it looked like to me that Martinelli and Trossard, they're up for the fight. They're ready for the battle. They're ready for the battle, man. Yeah, man. So, basically saying I was happy that Martinelli and Trossard
Yeah.
came on and were ready to battle for their position, because it was all
Yeah.
good what Madueke was doing, but there was no end product. There was only one time he pulled it back.
Bro, I'm telling you now.
One
Yeah, you
time he
see,
pulled it back for Eze. That's the only
see-
time, and Eze should have
you see,
scored.
you see Madueke's performance here. Basically, anyone that was doubting Saka, that performance showed you. Don't talk on Saka again.
Yeah,
Just please don't talk on Saka again, blood. Like, as much, you know, I don't want to disrespect Madueke because he's doing very well for us, and I'm enjoying watching it. But I mean, mate,
yeah, no, I know what you're saying, bruv. Obviously, bruv, man's watching him too, and I'll be honest, it's slightly frustrating. It's very, very frustrating, man. Like like you can see he's got a lot of talent, a lot of potential, but just it's just that final ball, bruv. The final ball is not there a lot of the time, man, and it's just very frustrating, bro.
absolutely.
Mm. But yeah,
Like Saka
like I was
only has
saying,
to do, Saka would only have to do half of what Madueke does, and he would have got an assist by now.
yeah, no facts. Even an unfit Saka. We saw an unfit Saka in the Champions League semi-final against Real Madrid.
Yeah,
We saw it.
when you're tiring out, that's great. And then you bring on next man, and then next man just slot away because let's be real, them athletic players, the right and left back must have been tired. They must have
Mm,
been knackered.
yeah, but it's mad though. The goals basically come centrally.
Yeah,
So, you know what I'm saying? Like it comes centrally, but and the right back, I feel like the right back had a good time. Eze didn't really. I don't really remember him doing too much. Like,
No, the most Eze done is just before he came off.
mm, yeah, there you
Literally,
go.
where he was just
There you,
about to start cooking, and then he got hooked. But you know what happened? That's fine because it was a tough game.
yeah,
I guess they had Man City at the back of their mind.
yeah,
They don't want to
maybe.
get injured. They don't want to go over the top. Like, I'm guarantee you not that the manager probably would have said a draw is decent when it comes to coming to this country. No one wins at that ground, I heard. Maybe you got to look up the stats, but for away teams from other countries, that team is rarely lost.
Yeah. Oh
And
shit! I just clocked. Nah, not you. I've when you're talking, it's coming through my speakers, isn't it?
but
Literally.
what I'm going to say is quick shout out to Mosquera, my best player at the moment.
Yeah. Now
Yeah,
chat to me about Mosquera.
No, big up to Mosquera, my best player at the moment. The best player.
Yeah, man.
Current. Did you see the picture that I sent? Don't you think he looks like the guy from Beetlejuice, fam? Small head, big big body, fam.
Hey, that's too funny, blood. That is
Hey,
way too
yo,
funny.
he's techie. My man's fast. Like, bro, where did he come from?
Valencia, he come from Valencia, 13
Yeah,
million. So
no,
it's a better
no,
signing, isn't it?
no. I heard. I know where he came from, but where did he come from, bruv? Like, is it me? Why wasn't no one onto this guy, bro?
Nah, it's mad. It's mad. Like, how? I think teams wanted him, but obviously we just ended up getting him in the end. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but when you're talking on teams like Man United that need defenders, like teams need defenders, and we go out and get a defender, and bro, it's only been 2 games, but he looks better than every single one of Man United, Chelsea's defenders, every single one of them.
Bro, that's what I said the other day. I said this Mosquera 100% starts for Chelsea. Like the only team he probably, bro, you could argue he starts for Liverpool. You
Fam,
could
he
argue he
probably
looks
starts
better
for
than
most.
Konate.
He starts for most teams, bro.
Yeah,
Bear me one
yeah,
more.
yeah, man. True done. Have I fixed that echo? I think I have. I think that's what people were saying that I had the echo. But yeah, man. Yeah, man. Love for letting me know, bro. I should have known, but I tried to do it on my laptop again, and it just made me realize why I don't do it for my laptop at this moment in time, bro.
Yeah. But yeah, no, Mascara, man, he has to have a big, because you know what? It's easy to get away. It's easy to get carried away with players. But nowadays, maybe it's because I'm a lot older now, I watch players with a keen eye. Like, you
Yeah,
can't be trying to do these things to try and impress me and you think I haven't found you out. Like,
yeah,
even like the whole Madueke thing, the jury's still out for him. Yes, he's
yeah,
been performing well, but look at how we highlighted just the little things. You know,
yeah.
the ones there, his little end product. His, like, you're getting past your marker, but bro, there's ample times where you could lay the ball off. You're taking just that little bit too long. And
Sorry, the
yeah,
perfect one that it made me it highlighted it to me. It's not even Madueke, it's the miss of Saka.
yeah,
He got in behind and
yeah,
he could have cut the ball across the goal line, sort of,
yeah,
towards Yokeres, and he
And he
went with
flicked
his
it.
left foot instead of his
Yeah.
right.
Absolutely. Everyone
And it
saw
was,
that. Everyone
yeah,
saw that, and that basically highlighted the difference in levels between Madueke and Saka.
yeah,
Because I've never seen Saka do something silly like that. And I'm gonna call it silly. I'm gonna be
yeah,
real. I'm gonna call it silly because like when I watch Saka playing, whether he gets it right or wrong, even when Saka gets it wrong, it was the right move. You get
yes,
what I mean? He just
yeah.
got it wrong. You get
Go
what?
with your right foot, slap it across goal, or we would have seen him try to put it in the top corner with his right foot. You
Yes,
had to go with your right foot. That
absolutely.
it reminded me of the kids I coach. When I
Yeah,
coaching kids, they don't like to use their weaker foot. So
yeah.
they'll,
Oh no, Saka loves it. Saka loves it now, fam. You know what? Again, how we was talking about watching players with a keen eye. I listened
yes,
to one of Saka's interviews a little while back now, but he was talking on what's Arteta's been trying to coach into him. Yeah, and it's not only so much just using your right foot; it's using your right foot effectively. When
yes,
you
yes.
receive the ball, he receives the ball on his right foot. He says he does not control the ball with his left foot no more. Like
Bro, you see what we saw it again on the weekend. There was
yeah,
one, I can't remember who it was. Someone put the ball across the box
yeah,
for Declan Rice. Instead
yeah,
of going with his left foot, because it was
yeah,
the open goal, he
yeah,
went with his right
yes,
and he missed the ball.
yes,
I'm
yes.
sure you know what I'm talking about. The
I
one
saw
that
it. Yeah, the
flashed
one
across
where,
the goal.
where he could have got a tap in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why do you? I don't know why footballers don't just think. Okay, if I go with my weaker foot, I'm gonna score. But you try to
Yeah.
go with your stronger foot, and it just looks awkward. It don't look
Yeah.
right.
Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? It's muscle memory. And again,
Mm,
I don't. Again, I might sound like I'm singing Saka's praises, but what it goes to show is that how Saka ain't the most talented player, but he's one of the most intelligent players. He's like
mm,
a book smart football player. Yeah.
yes.
Why managers love him? He might not be great at doing something, but if a manager tells him to do something, he's gonna work on that as
Yes.
hard as he can, and he'll keep doing it until he perfects that move. That
Yes.
move. Saka's right foot, bro. All of a sudden, his right foot is looking better than most man's right foot. You get me? And that's just him working on it. That's just him just working on it. And I believe that given time, Arteta's going to try and implement that same thing into Madueke. Whether Madueke has the capacity to take on that is another thing, because it's easier said than done, bro. You know the ones there. These are professional football players that's been playing football for years, and some of them is still not being able to master it.
Yeah. Nah, facts, man. It's like high IQ. Saka. What he has is the football fundamentals, the basics. He does the basics better than 90% of players.
Yeah.
90% of players, bro. That's what he does.
But he's effective. I call him a ninja. Bro, he's effective. I call him a ninja on the pitch, because
Yeah.
he's silent. He's like a silent assassin. Man just goes about his business. No messing around. No using up too much movement. Bear with me one moment.
Nah, it's calm. I don't know if you've seen this clip. I ain't seen no clip. Like for me, it's too soon to start getting onto Eze, man. Like he played a poor game yesterday, but let's be honest, like not a lot of people played well. Like Madueke didn't play well for me either, so I won't be getting onto Eze for
Yeah,
yesterday's
yeah.
performance. You
I,
know what I'm
I,
saying?
I won't be getting on to Eze, because you know what?
Gyökeres didn't play well as well. Another
Yeah,
one.
Eze is a player that needs someone to connect with him, and be
Yes.
it that how you said that there was three midfielders that ain't the most technically gifted
Mm,
players, and that he didn't have no one to run off. So once he gets given the ball, he ain't really gonna have that person that's gonna run beyond him to do
mm.
a 1-2. Which why when he done that 1-2 just before he got hooked, that's the first time someone beyond him.
Yeah, and also he was just stood on that left hand side for majority of the game. We just kept giving the ball to Madueke. So Eze is someone, he needs to be in the game. He needs to be getting touches in that game. That's why he sort of needed to be in the middle in that game. So you can't just have him stood on the left wing and he's not touched the ball for 10, 15 minutes. Car when he gets the ball, he might try a trick and he's gonna get taken. And then he's gonna wait 15 minutes for another touch. We can't have him doing that. We can't. Because I guarantee you, if Eze had as much of the ball as Madueke, he would have made a lot more. A lot more. He would have created a lot more than Madueke did. Definitely. Like, I know that for a fact. Like, definitely, but I don't even doubt it. So, yeah, that's to answer your clip still. I haven't seen the clip, but it's too early to sort of get onto people. And at the same time, yeah, man, it's his first Champions League game. Against, who was it? Nottingham Forest on the weekend. First half, he was nervous a bit. He was nervous. But I said second half he'd cook. And as Mons is saying, before he got substituted, it looked like he might get into the game. So that's just how it goes sometimes. And you don't get a chance to get into the game, do you? Not every time, man. Yeah, man. So yeah, man. But yeah, no problem, broski, man. I just see your message, man. That's calm, man. Roll through, innit? But we sort of leave Arsenal there. Obviously, Gyökeres as well didn't have the best game, but these things happen. Not every game's gonna be the best, and it didn't help that Gabriel headbutted him and sort of took him out of commission. So yeah, man, I'm not the most angry about Gyökeres, but I expect better from him. I'm not gonna be making excuses for my forwards, for my players no more. Every game, if someone doesn't perform, I will criticize them. You're not gonna hear me making excuses for people. You're not gonna hear me. If someone plays poor, I'm gonna say they played poor. And that's how it should be. You treat every game the same, whether it's a Saka, Saliba, Gabriel. If they play poorly one game, you criticize them for that individual game. But it's not good to generalize things like, oh, because Eze played badly this game, now he's rubbish. And that's sort of what we see from these clips of people. They sort of generalize it. Oh, because he played bad against Athletic Bilbao. Oh, yeah, I told you. Eze's not a left winger. I told you. But against Forest, everyone was saying, oh, Eze can do a job on the left. He looks so good. This is what we're doing nowadays. We've got the new age fan. People say stuff for like clicks and sort of things and to rattle people. I see people biting. Mons, I see him put a post. Oh, see, I told you Eze on the left, but you didn't say that the other day. So what, one game proves you right? Nah, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. And people, you won't get away with that with me. You are not going to get away with trying to get onto people for one bad performance. People try to do it with Gyökeres. Now the man's the second top goal scorer in the league. People have piped down. What, he had a bad game against Liverpool and Manchester United, but I told you something for free. No forwards had a good game against us. Every centre forward's been locked up by our defence. Does that now mean that every centre forward we've played against is shit? Does that mean Ekatike shit because he got locked up by Mosquera? No, it doesn't mean that. It just means that he had a bad game and that sometimes the opposition worked you out. Yeah, man. But that's sort of it from the Arsenal game. Arsenal probably looked the best so far out of all the teams that played, which is actually crazy to me. They looked the most, you'd say, comfortable. People say it's shaky, but I'd say it's an away performance. First game of the season. Didn't give up too much chances to Athletic Bilbao, and they got the job done 2-0 away from home. Other games, we saw Tottenham won that game 1-0 against who was it? Villareal. Nicola Pepe was cooking in that game. But once again, if I'm going to be critical, just like I was of Madueke, there was no end product. No end product from Nicolas Pepe. He had about 3-4 shots where he cut in on his left foot and tried to bend it in the bottom corner, but every shot went off target. He might have only made the goalkeeper make one save, or he might not even had one shot on target. And that's not what you need. You need to be hitting the target. Make the goalkeeper work. Tottenham got their goal in the 3rd minute. Did they have much chances after that? Not really. But it was like a typical Thomas Frank Brentford display. Get the job done. 1-0. Hang on. Ride your luck. And that's sort of what Tottenham done. Villarreal, yeah, Pepe made 1-2 chances, but there was nothing really clear cut from what I saw. It was just cut in, try to find the bottom corner, and it weren't working. So, yeah, man. Tottenham got their first win back in the Champions League. Thomas Frank got his first win in the Champions League, and he will be very, very happy. Sometimes that first game, you just need to get the 3 points. If we're going to say Arsenal just needed to get the 3 points, Tottenham also needed to get the 3 points. Did it look convincing? Hell no. Hell no, did it look convincing, but no one's really going to remember that. All you're going to remember is Tottenham beat Villareal. And that's it. That's it. Our two former players ended up getting nothing from the game. They were getting booed throughout the game, and they just have to hold that. I'm sure Tottenham fans are very happy with that win. Once again, you might say, oh, was the performance the best? It didn't need to be the best. Sometimes it doesn't need to be the best. You just need to get a result. You might not play your best every game. It doesn't matter if you're home or away. But what you do need to do is find a way to win. And that is something that Thomas Frank does. Thomas Frank is able to grind out results. And that's what you're going to see a lot from Tottenham this season. You're going to see Thomas Frank just grinding out results. And Tottenham fans, you're going to have to get used to it. You're going to have to get used to it. You can't start crying again, talking about, oh, Brexit football and this and that, fossil football. Nah, you're going to have to get used to getting results. You can't start crying about previous, oh, Ange was exciting. No, but you wanted him gone. You didn't like the high line. Some games you're going to play exciting, some games you're not going to be exciting. And that's just how it goes. Even with Arsenal. As an Arsenal fan, I know that. Some games you're going to get excitement, like the Leeds game for about 30-40 minutes, the Forest game for majority of the game, and then some games are going to be like Bilbao. You're going to have to grind out results. The Man U game, just grind it out. And that is what people need to get used to. You need to get used to that from your team. You can't start crying every single game. So, well done to Thomas Frank on his first win. It pains me to say it. I don't like giving Tottenham credit for anything. I don't want to give Tottenham credit, but I got to give them the credit for getting over the line. I didn't really watch this game as much as the other games. The game that I was watching was the Real Madrid game. And Real Madrid, we seen Real Madrid again. Real Madrid do Real Madrid things. Find a way to get over the line in the Champions League. I want to know from everyone. Who thinks that that was a penalty? I need to know from you guys in the comments. You need to let me know. If you saw that penalty, that handball, do you think it was a penalty? Me, I was looking at it like it's not necessarily a penalty, but in Europe, you always see those dubious handballs given. They are a lot harsher on the continent and they're quick to give a handball, especially if it's Real Madrid. That's what we got to say. Real Madrid won the game 2 penalties. Did they play the best? No. But 2 penalties, Mbappe tucked 2 penalties away. He's now got 50 goals for Real Madrid. And he's just played 1 season and 1 month. And he's already on 50 goals. So people, they said he's a flop. But nah, you can't say Mbappe's a flop. He's doing what he was brought in for. It's those around him that are not necessarily doing their jobs. Real Madrid went down. Arda Güler, I don't know what he was doing. He was sleeping. He was sleeping there. Literally. And one of the Marseille players, I think it was Mason Greenwood, picked it off him. People are saying he's used to teething things. I ain't saying he's used to teething things. That's not what I said, people. But people are saying Mason Greenwood was used to teething things. So, of course, he was going to teeth the ball off Arda Güler and then ran towards the edge of the box and slid it in for Timothy, where great finish, 1-0. And Marseille, they look like one of these sides that you probably say they're going to be like a dark horse. When you play against Marseille, if you're not on your game, you're going to get punched up. You're definitely going to get punched up by a Marseille, because Aubameyang, Ware and Greenwood, they look like a threat. I'm not sure what other players they have, but I'm sure there's another attacking player that's a bit of a threat. I'd have to kind of check it up, but from what I saw, De Zerbi, he has Marseille. Marseille look like they know how to play. They know how to ball. And you're going to say, be careful when you play against Marseille, because they can just punch you up at any time. Angel Gomez, they got Benjamin Pavard, Emerson, a few names again from West Ham. Oh, Daryl Barcola, I don't know if that's Barcola's brother. Matt O'Reilly from Brighton, Højbjerg, that's CJ Egan Riley from Burnley. So they got quite a few players from the Premier League. They've also got Neil Maupay. So yeah, Marseille, they'll definitely be one of them teams that if you're not on your game, they might just do you over. So you got to be careful when you're playing them. Hamad Traore, I swear that's Ahmad's brother as well. Okay, they got quite a few names. But Kondogbia, I don't know what he was doing for that second penalty. That was quite foolish. I think that was very, very foolish. Why did he take out Kondogbia? I mean, Rodrigo. It was stupid. Just dangle the leg. And of course Rodrigo's going to go over. Why wouldn't he? Of course he's going to go over. That's just like quite stupid from a defender. And you look at that and you're like, Marseille in that first half, they just needed to hang on. Who knows? If they didn't give away that penalty, they might have even been able to get a second. And if it's 2-0, you can never rule out Real Madrid. But you'd say if they went 2-0 up, who knows? They might have been able to win that game. But sometimes teams, they just go to the Santiago Bernabeu and they just crumble. Players crumble. And that's what Kondogbia done. And you can say like he's known for doing stupid things. I don't know if you guys remember him. I don't know if Yasser's still here, but he would probably remember. It was against Chelsea, I think it was, when that Kondogbia guy done the most stupid on goal you've ever seen. The ball was played back to him, just kicked it into his own goal from about 40 yards. Lobbed his own goalkeeper stupidly. So he's known for these stupid mistakes. And that sort of got Real Madrid into the game. Mbappe, and then obviously a dubious penalty. So yeah, man, Real Madrid do what Real Madrid do. Vinicius was dropped for this game. Is this the beginning of the end for Vinicius Jr.? I want to know what you people think. Is this the beginning of the end? Because to me, there's like, what did they say? Saeed says the curtains are on the wall. The curtains do look like they're on the wall for Vinicius Jr. Rodrigo and him look like they're fighting for a spot. I don't see both of them continuing at Real Madrid next season, especially if Xabi Alonso's there. You know, with egos, but to be fair, if Vinicius Jr. wins the battle for the left-hand side, Rodrigo's not really got the cojones to leave Real Madrid. He looks to me like he's confident. I always say to people, like, he's like a girl that sort of had an argument with her boyfriend and then she'll hit you up, or then when it's time to go out or something like that, she's made up with her boyfriend again, and then yeah, she ain't gonna come link you. That's how I see this signing. I see it. I see Rodrigo as that type of guy. he's just not. He's not. He's got no ambition. Not no ambition, that's the wrong word. But he's just comfortable at Real Madrid. He doesn't want to test himself. He's always flirting. He's always flirting with the idea of moving on. But when it's time to move on, he's never ready to move on. So, yeah, man. If Vinicius Jr. wins it, then I see Rodrigo staying. But if Rodrigo wins the battle for the left-hand side, I see Vinicius. I don't see Vinicius being happy just playing second fiddle to Rodrigo, or even sharing the limelight with Rodrigo, because Mbappe, he's definitely going to play. But Vinicius, he's not going to stand for it. He will happily leave. Happily leave and go to pastures new. He will definitely seek a challenge. He's not going to be happy with that. So, yeah, man, we got to kind of watch this space at Real Madrid. There's like a civil war. Rodrigo, Vinicius, who's going to win the battle for the left-hand side? Because it looks like Xabi Alonso has got a pair of balls. He's not playing these games of Rodrigo, Vinicius, and Mbappe. He's not playing FIFA. He's not a FIFA manager. He's someone that has an ideology. He needs everyone to be singing for the same hymn sheet. And so far, it looks like that I don't know his name, I can't pronounce it, the Argentinian lad. He looks like he's playing on the right. Sometimes it might be Arda Güler. Players have to work for their position at Real Madrid, and that's what you want to see. You don't want to see just names. Someone's got a name and he has to play. Nah, that's not going to run under Xabi Alonso. And they went down to 10 men and were still able to get the job done. You could say that's the Real Madrid heritage, but at the same time, people are working from and singing from the same hymn sheet at Real Madrid. And that is going to be something that maybe can get them over the line for number 16, or at least get them to win back the La Liga title. But yeah, make sure you're hitting the like button, people, man. Make sure you're smashing the like button and drop a comment. So, Benfica lost to Karabag. Karabag somehow came from 2 goals from behind to win this game. How? I'll tell you how. We've seen it before from Benfica. Literally last season, they bottled a 2-goal lead. They bottled it against Barcelona. 78th minute, it was 4-2 to Benfica. They bottled it against Karabag. I don't know what they said. Did they say this was Karabag's first ever away win? They might have said that. And rightly so, as a result of that, bottling another 2-goal lead, Bruno Lage, the former Wolves manager, was sacked. He was sacked from his position as the Benfica manager. And now, Jose Mourinho looks like he is going to be put in situ, and he's returning back to Benfica after 25 years. So, his first game back in the Champions League, if he does get the job, is going to be at Stamford Bridge. Jose will be returning to Champions League football and at Stamford Bridge. You can't make this up. You always kind of get these narratives in football. A former manager, his first game is against like a former side or a previous side. We saw it with Ange. Ange's first game in the Premier League as the Forest manager was against his former North London rivals. So, Jose will be returning, and I don't know if we'll see Jose bottling 2-goal leads. I don't know if you'll see that. because Jose is a more pragmatic manager. If he gets the lead, that's one thing you say about Jose. And if he does happen to bottle a 2-goal lead, you're going to hear about it. The players are going to hear about it. There is no way that it's going to happen again. I don't remember how many times Jose Mourinho has bottled a 2-goal lead. I don't know. I'm sure there's a stat. He's probably one of the few managers that bottles 2-goal leads very often. Especially that prime Chelsea. If they go 2-0 up, forget about it. I don't think he would have ever bottled a 2-goal lead. And speaking of bottling 2-goal leads, Borussia Dortmund, they done it as well. That was probably, you would say, the second half of the night, or the game of the night. 4-4 with Juventus, and goals just kept raining in. Both defenses, it was like playground football. You score, I score. You score, I score. A lot of good goals in this game. Vlahovic came on and he showed his quality. He showed why he was once touted as one of the most hottest prospects in European football. That is why Arsenal wanted Dusan Vlahovic. You see, he has the ability. You see his talent. Even that last, the equalizer, the cross on the money for Lloyd Kelly, the forgotten man. People forgot this was the Bournemouth captain about 3 seasons ago. You probably forgot he was at Newcastle. He barely kicked a ball for Newcastle, and you're wondering how the hell did he get a move to Juventus? Boom! He pops up with an equaliser in the Champions League. Wow! Congratulations to Lloyd Kelly. I am actually happy for him because I don't like to see like promising talent, promising players with potential sort of just disappear, like the Dele Allis of this world. Obviously, it's not the same, but he was definitely like a highly touted defender. You thought when he moved to Newcastle, okay, he's going to definitely be one of Newcastle's starters. But now, Dan Burn beaten to it. How? I don't know how that is. Dan Burn's at Newcastle and Lloyd Kelly's at Juventus. Sometimes these things just happen. Maybe just Newcastle is just, it's not a nice place to be. Maybe that's why he didn't flourish. Because you hear that the city's not the best. It's like scatty. A lot of drunken nights out, a lot of distractions. And Turin, I'm not sure about the nightlife there, but his new language, new culture. It's a different regime in Italy. Players, there's some players that are a lot more scatty than others, the Casanos, the Balotellis, but the majority of people in Italy is like a disciplined culture. So I'm happy for Lloyd Kelly. But that game, wonderful, wonderful game. Lots of goals. The Yildizes, they're comparing him to Del Piero now. Very, very talented footballer. I saw the Adeyemi goal, great finish. He's one of them players that I don't know. You watch Adeyemi, he's like a frustrating player. But he pops up with a goal, but then we saw in that Champions League final against Real Madrid missing 2-3 one-on-ones when it mattered. I don't know, man. I don't know. But people, I sort of want to leave it there. I won't touch on every single game because I'm not going to act as if I watched every single game. We saw the Ajax game, Van Bommel, the son of Mark Van Bommel, Ruben Van Bommel, got his first Champions League goal. So congratulations to him. There was a few other games, but yeah, I'm not going to go through every game. But I hope you enjoyed the stream, people, man. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you tonight, 10:30-ish. We'll review the next round of games. So, see you at around 10:30 this evening, people. We're out of here. Bless.